What's up, everybody? How is everyone doing? This is the 4K Lowdown and Turner Fan 77 present By the Numbers, where we take a look at some new releases. We pick 5 a week, we review them, we watch them, we enjoy them or we hate them, and then we let you know what we thought. I am your host, David, aka the 4K Lowdown, and my co-host is
Turner Fan 77, aka Rich.
And the Train. What's going on, brother?
All right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. I've had a rough week, I got to admit.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm coming out of the end of that. I hope the light is at the end of the tunnel for me. And I hope it is for you as well.
Yeah, I'm just thankful what happened to a car and not.
I know it happened to a thing, not a person. I am so thankful that you guys are all safe.
Yeah, thank you, man. Me too. I'm glad you're feeling better.
I am feeling better. I had a pretty unsafe couple of days, but I know more than I did when I went in. So it's so I don't know how I'm gonna come out of that, but there were some changes made to some prescriptions because of it. So all right. So like we did, we take 5 movies and we give them the lowdown treatment. We watch them, we review them, judge whether we like them or not. And then when we present them tonight, we're going to start with the lowest score, work our way up. And usually we wait and do the theatrical releases last. And we kind of have, we have at least 2, possibly 3.
Yeah, we have 3.
We have 3 that are in the theater now. 2 of them have been in longer than the other one, so we kind of know how that's going to go. But I did go in order except for the last one. So actually, come to think of it, I went in order by score through the whole thing. It wasn't, there wasn't any reason why we shouldn't just, go in order. And I got to say, there was a surprise on the bad side, and there was a surprise on the good side.
Yeah, there was. I'm not gonna lie. I guess I should say, the surprise on the bad side.
Well,
because the track record.
Yes, I've come to think that when this streaming service puts a movie out directly to them and not in the theater, you kind of know.
I say that after COVID.
After COVID, you kind of know it's going to suck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's where the track record goes. So, but all in all, what'd you think of the group this week?
I was happy with it. Even that one, everything's not going to be a hit. We know that going in, but with this bunch, I was happy with. And there was one movie that I was surprised I liked. Because I'm usually not a fan of that kind of. I don't know if you consider it a comedy or comedy horror, but I had fun with it.
Yeah. No, I know which one you're talking about, and I agree. I do like, whether you call them horror comedies or comedy horror or whatever.
Yeah.
It all depends on, the dominant thing. And I think in this case, comedy was the dominant.
Mm-hmm.
But there was enough gore.
Yeah.
To definitely, to make me happy, and also other people who are horror movie fans. So right, so let's jump right in to the one that got the lowest score this week. And that is Peter Pan and Wendy. So
that shit sucked. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Oh my goodness. So Peter Pan and Wendy, this is on Disney Plus, you guys. Stars Jude Law of all people. And this was a royal turd. It was, there was nothing original about this. The acting was horrendous. And, this is the one where we've come to find out, since we call this the Pinocchio syndrome, where
exactly,
when after COVID, and that's a good point that you made, because when, during COVID, they put Black Widow straight to Disney Plus, and there were a few other ones that were really good. But
Soul.
after COVID, if it doesn't come in the theater and it goes straight to Disney Plus,
Mhm.
it seems like it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
At least they don't have any confidence in it. And
Either did we.
I kind of liked it by the trailer. I was looking at the trailer and I was going, okay. I was thinking, yeah, this kind of looked like
That was a very 300. That image is very 300. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. Well, I was like, okay, I could get behind scenes like that. I could get behind, that. Tiger Lily looked kind of cute, and I liked her.
I forgot there was a Native American in the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, did they just throw that in for inclusion? And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, they didn't.
That's Tiger Lily.
Yeah. I was.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I gotta say, this was tough. You and I both it took two watches to get through it. I fell asleep the first time.
I know.
And then I was really kind of dreading rewatching this.
And I was like, do I just score it for what I saw? And
I just score it for what I saw, knowing perfectly well that I'm not going to like it.
We're
I
cheating
guess
the system if we do that.
Yeah. And we got Spicy on. What's up, Spicy? Thanks for jumping in, brother.
I think you started following me on Letterboxd, so thank you.
Yeah, he got me on Letterboxd too just recently. So
I appreciate that, man.
So thank you so much for that. Anyway, yeah. So, and I really think Jude Law is one of the low points here, because,
like you said earlier, it's very phoned in.
Yeah, it did not seem like he wasn't into it or something.
Yeah.
And there was something that you said before the show. You were talking about how it seemed like a carbon copy of the original. Yeah. And it totally was. They didn't do anything new. It was basically just like the 1953 animated movie. Yeah. Only I'd have to say the acting in the animated movie was better.
Oh, hands down. This was terrible.
Because I think the only decent acting, and I'm throwing that out there as a loose thing, is from the girl who played Wendy. She was the only one that was reasonably decent, but really the script did not help her get anywhere with this movie. Let's take a look at some of our highlights, which I'm using that term loosely.
I gotta pull up my notes here. Sorry.
So your highest, you gave a 7 to the music. Or no, that was me.
Well, that was you.
I gave a 7 to the music. You didn't give any 7s. Your highest was a 6 to the cinematography.
Yeah. Which
I gave a 7. But again, it was really kind of taken from other things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and then you have a lot of 5s in there. Oh, a 6 for the cast, and I went 7. But that's basically just recognition. Now, I did go 7 for the plot because there were things I really liked in the trailer that I wanted to see. And unfortunately, the trailer had all the good stuff. So if you want to actually enjoy the movie, just watch the trailer.
2 minutes.
2 minutes and you're done, and you get everything that you need. Like for acting, you went 4, I went 3 for the acting. I was so disappointed in Jude Law.
Me too. Me too.
I knocked another point down for him because he really screwed the pooch on this. And
he did.
I didn't like the sets. I didn't like the costumes. I certainly didn't like the acting. I was not happy with the kid who played Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Nor is Jim Gaffigan as Smee. I thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It took me a while to figure out that was Jim Gaffigan. And I was
I recognized him right away.
Oh, I recognized him, but I was like, who is this doofus?
Yeah. There's one thing that bothered me, and it sticks out in my head. Well, I mean, for special effects, is when they're in the water, they're putting the kids tying them up to the rock, or chaining them up to the rock, and the water splashed. Yeah. It looked like very 1980s CGI.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this? It's
Like there
2023.
was a green screen thing and they just kind of splashed water on
Yeah.
from the side. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
I
terrible.
totally get it. Yeah. Spicy, you're not
Don't.
missing a thing. I'd avoid this.
Forget it.
Just, watch the original cartoon, watch Hook. Hook's way better.
Haven't seen it.
Jim Gaffigan plays Smee, the first mate to Captain Hook. And no. Right? Hook is amazing. I found myself constantly comparing this to Hook, and it was wrong of me to do that. The one thing, because I did get some nostalgia with the throwbacks to the original animated movie because I grew up with that. So I did give some points to that, but that didn't in no way reflects the fact that I like this movie. It was an absolute disaster.
I can't wait till you tell me how much this cost to make.
I couldn't find a budget on it.
Really?
Yeah. I was looking, man. I mean, I would guess somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 million.
Yeah, you're right. Guys, it's terrible. No,
but I couldn't find anything for a budget on it. Yeah. It's really hard to do it when it's gone straight to streaming. It's easier to get a budget on it when it goes to the big screen.
Oh, okay.
That bad?
Yeah.
Yes, that bad. Like I said, watch the trailer, and you'll get as good as the movie is going to ever be, with just that little 2-minute trailer.
Yeah.
All right. So, IMDb gave this a 4.2 with 16,000 reviews.
Whew.
Rotten Tomatoes critics score 63% with 127 reviews. Get this, audience score 2,500 plus ratings, 13%.
Oh, damn.
So the audience really shit on this, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Like I said, I tried to be as objective as I can. You gave this a 48.
Yeah.
Not the lowest score we've given, but pretty close. I gave this a 59.
Well, you were way higher than me.
Total average score 53.5.
Yeah, I think you were being generous.
I was being generous because I was throwing some nostalgia points to the original animated movie, because there were some things like, oh, I remember that from the cartoon, and then, oh yeah, I forgot, you guys suck. Like I said, it's the same story as the original animated movie. It's identical. Has nothing to do with Hook.
Almost beat for beat.
Almost beat for beat with the original animated movie.
Yeah. Watch the
I mean, you could I was going to say you could wind your watch to it or your clock, as Captain Hook doesn't like clocks. But I mean, you could even say, oh, okay, some of the stuff in Hook references the original animated movie. So if you haven't seen the original movie, but you've seen Hook, you'll be able to pick up on some stuff too. But still, if you try to compare it to Hook, it'll be like shooting a bullet and throwing it.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I can't do that.
Yeah, but you haven't seen it, and you know it's better.
Yeah. Well, Disney did the same thing with The Lion King. It was beat for beat, but that was done way better.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't like either one, but
I like Lion King. I agree with you, but I thought this Lion King was done.
I can't even call that a live action Lion King, because it was all CGI.
There's only one scene that's a real lion in there.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's not a live action version of Lion King.
That is true.
But they couldn't do it. So unless you're watching the play, unless you're on Broadway and you watch the play, which the play is fantastic.
That's what I heard. I heard that.
It's fantastic. I've only seen it on closed circuit TV, but the play is fantastic. but yeah, I just because like Jungle Book was all right.
I love Jungle. I'm sorry, but Jungle Book's my jam. That's one of my
Jungle Book is jam. I mean, so what'd you think of the live action? And I use that term loosely because there's a lot of CGI. The live action versus
I
the
had
regular.
fun with it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way Baloo looked. I don't know. That bothered me.
I agree.
But the story was, and I love the story. So I was happy with it. I mean, is it going to be perfect like the cartoon, the original animated one? No, because that holds my heart. Damn it.
Of course it does.
But yeah, I mean, I will watch it every now and then.
Yeah,
I own it.
I know you made me watch it.
Oh, I did. I don't remember.
You did. One of the ones you recommended. I think when we did Jay, I think Jungle Book was there, or it was one of your top animated movies, something like that.
Okay. Yeah,
I do remember you making me watch it. And I'm okay with that. I liked it. But yeah, so yeah, with Peter Pan and Wendy, like I said, there was just enough fantasy to upset me. There was just enough acting to be horrible, and there was just enough singing for me to throw up in my mouth. So all in all,
it's a turd.
It's a turd.
Yeah.
Like I said, somebody lit it on fire and put it on my front porch.
You're better off watching spoof porn of Peter Pan.
And I know the title of that. I know the title of that. But yeah.
Yeah, this shit sucks.
It was bad. It's one of the worst movies I've seen this year.
I really agree with you.
Yeah. And I mean, we've seen some horrible movies this year.
We watched Kid vs. Alien.
Kids vs. Aliens, and that was my bad.
Yeah.
Was this one my bad? I think we were both kind of like, this was my bad, right?
Yeah.
Or because I know we were both talking about it, but I think I mentioned it first.
You did.
This was my bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely go watch Peter Pan Eats Wendy before you watch Peter Pan and Wendy. That's
yeah.
Or so I'm told. I don't know for sure.
You don't know. We just
no. This is a clean show.
All right. This is Dave After Dark.
This isn't Dave After Dark. When the lights turn red, then you know. when it does that, then you know that it's time for Dave After Dark. But it's not. All right, let's move on to our next one. And really we kind of leap up into some good movies. So that was the only bad one. I was really happy with the rest of the movies. So the next lowest score, which is like 20 points higher, is Renfield. So
yeah,
Renfield, I saw this in the theater, and then Rich eventually got to see it as well. This stars the Nick Squared, I call it. So it's Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult. Also, you get Aquafina, who is the filtered water that has no filter.
Yeah.
And
she wasn't as annoying in this.
Really, I thought she was nails on a chalkboard, but she wasn't. She didn't get a chance to be all ad-libby like she usually is. And I did like that, but she's a cop, and I don't see her as a cop.
I agree.
But
I mean, she wasn't like.
I wasn't disappointed in her. Some of the movies. I mean, even Shang-Chi, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, she was terrible.
Kind of hurt a little bit, but. And then we know Crazy Rich Asians. I loved her because she's supposed to be like crazy, and I dug that. But yeah, here she's a little bit more reserved, and this is kind of I mean, there's been trailers all over the place. So if you guys have seen the trailer, where he's in the support group talking about how he has a narcissist for a boss, and just it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I dig this, and I will definitely classify this as a comedy first, then a horror movie. But it definitely has the gore and
normally
violence.
This is not my type of movie. I don't like comedy horrors. I don't like that silly shit. But I have fun with this.
Yeah, Spicy really enjoyed Renfield. Didn't have much hope for it, but pleasantly surprised. Yeah, and I think we're kind of the same way. Yeah. A bloody fun time. That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah, I mean, you know, my wife was talking about how she had a problem with Nicolas Cage's character, and I said, well, he was kind of throwing back to the old Bela Lugosi Dracula.
See, that's what I got the vibe
and sticking to that as opposed to making himself more modern as time went on, like you would like Lestat did, or other incarnations of Dracula. So that was kind of interesting.
And the over the top action, I dug.
Oh yeah.
I dug that a lot.
The way too bloody. You know, did you just chop a man's arm off with a serving platter? It's all in the wrist. Yeah.
And I love the way he puts the bugs in his mouth. He had a little
has a little thing of different types of bugs so that he can get powers.
I liked that. That was cool.
That was kind of funny. So
Nicolas Cage, you know what you're gonna get with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And I am not a fan of Nicolas Cage, but I thought he did a fantastic job as being that over the top Dracula.
Yeah, equal parts Dracula and half here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought Nicolas Cage did a good job. I mean, he does Easter egg a lot of his other movies. When he talks, some of his lines kind of match some of his other movies, and I was like, okay, I see you, Nicolas Cage, since you did Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I'm seeing this now to where he seems to reference some of his older stuff. But I'm not disappointed.
No,
I'm not.
And Nicholas Hoult did a good job too.
I liked him in this movie. I thought he kind of stole the show a little bit for me.
He's slowly becoming somebody I keep an eye on. You know, I like this kid. Oh, he's not really a kid anymore.
Oh no, he's got to be 30 now, right?
He's pushing his 30s probably.
Yeah, I mean, he still looks like a kid.
Yeah, he might be.
He probably is a vampire.
Yeah, right. I liked him in. I don't like the movie so much, but I didn't mind his performance in Warm Bodies.
Yeah,
that's the
I
first
liked
time
him
I
in Warm
recognized
Bodies. There was one that he did, and it was kind of like Baby Driver. I think it was called Collide, if I remember correctly. Where he drives, he's like driving a car and he's running away from people and stuff like that. And he's a pretty good driver. I think it's called Collide.
I've never seen that.
And I don't see if I can find it.
I didn't mind him as Beast. He was good.
I didn't mind him as Beast. Yeah. He was all right as Beast. I liked him better as the no hair Beast as opposed to the blue hair Beast.
I agree.
But, yeah, 2016, it was called Collide, and he starred with Felicity Jones.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
If you get a chance, it's pretty good. I don't think I'd pick it if we drew C's for our top 10 list, but I did like him. Last movie was The Menu.
Yeah,
I did see him in that. I liked him in the. I thought I was so mad when he was first in it. I was like, "How are you like this in this movie?" And then you understood. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody because you got to see it.
Yeah, you got to see The Menu.
But then you understand why he was acting the way he was, and I was like, totally made sense.
Yeah.
X-Men First Class. Yeah. I did like him there. Yeah, Warm Bodies too. I'm liking Nicholas Hoult. I think he's a decent actor across the board. He's not bad. I don't see him getting an Oscar anytime soon.
Oh no.
But I think he's got his niche. He's pretty good at comedy and he can do some action. And I think that's a good mix for him.
He did great in this. His action scenes in this were pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, flying up on the. Yeah.
What did you like better, the restaurant scene or the apartment scene?
That's interesting. I was kind of hoping you were going to ask that question. I liked the restaurant scene better, but the action in the apartment scene, I did enjoy.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to go with the restaurant scene too. I'm
going to go with the restaurant scene. That's my favorite because the apartment scene was a little too hokey. but still some enjoyable stuff.
And that's when to me that's when the over the top blood was
Yeah.
really evident, and it really stood out, and it bothered me just a little. Give me a little eye roll.
Yeah. Where I was like, okay. But you know, and then the final scene was good. The action, the stuff that they did, and I kind of dug a little twist in there with the gangsters and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I dug it.
I hated that one dude. Well, I know we were supposed to hate him, but dude,
Supposed to hate him.
Oh, he drove me nuts.
Supposed to hate him. All right, so unfortunately, it did not make very much money. So the budget on this was $86.2 million, and it only made $24.2 million in the box office.
Oh wow! And it's already on digital.
It is already on digital. I hope it makes up for that and makes enough money on video.
Because this is worth watching. I recommend to watch this.
Yeah, this is
a fun Friday night
watch. It's not. I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel or even a series with Renfield and Awkwafina kind of doing stuff. Felt like it was in and out of the theater before you could blink. Yeah. I mean, I really thought I was going to miss it. Because, other stuff was coming out like John Wick was coming out and all this other stuff. And I was like, man, I'm going to miss Renfield. And then it came around and I was like, oh crap, Renfield's still playing. Let's go. And we went and saw it. So we kind of got the last chance, like the last week it was out. But yeah, it only played for maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. I don't think it even.
My daughter's only had it for like 2 days. It's one of those. We need something to show.
Yeah, we need something. Put it in, and then okay, we're done. We got something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Revolution came in and took over.
Yeah, it's really what happened to our theater.
But yeah, all right. So some of our highlights on Renfield, we both have the cast of the 10.
Yeah.
Recognition. It's got a solid cast.
It does.
Let's see. You gave the cinematography a 9, and the ending an 8. Otherwise, you got a lot of 7s in there, and a 5 for the music. I went 8 for the wild card, and 8 for the plot, and then again, I've got a lot of 7s and 6s. So altogether, some solid scores all the way down the pipe. So IMDb gave Renfield a 6.4 with 26,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 57% with 259 reviews, which I think is a little low, but critics generally shit on stuff like this. Audience score 79% with 1,000+ reviews. Rich, you gave this a 74, and I gave it a 71 for a total average score of 72.5.
Okay, that's about right.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed in that.
Yeah.
And I did give it a higher score as a genre movie, more so than just a general score. So my genre score is a little bit higher, but because as a horror comedy, I think it works pretty well.
Yeah, it really does. And I actually liked the comedy in this. It didn't seem forced a lot. It just felt natural.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. Because I didn't think I was gonna like this at all. Yeah, I was like, oh man. So is our next movie The Covenant?
No.
Oh, AKA.
Yes.
I liked this movie, man.
So AKA, this is a French movie. It's on Netflix right now. And yeah, I gotta tell you, this was really good.
This is the one that surprised me the most.
Yeah. I really dug this. This was my pick too. So I get a good and a bad this week.
You redeemed yourself.
I redeemed myself for Peter Pan and Wendy, but all right. Let's see. Do I think? Okay, I'm guessing you're talking about Renfield. Yeah, I think it's going to get a 4K release.
It probably will. Maybe not right away.
Maybe not right away. I think if enough people buy it on Blu-ray, I think they'll go and do a 4K release later. I don't know if they'll come right out with it.
They'll release it on Blu-ray, and then maybe 3 or 4 months later, people buy it all up, and then 3 or 4 months later, you'll get that steelbook, that 4K steelbook.
Yep.
$40.
Yeah, $38.99. Ow. Like they did to me with Knock at the Cabin. Damn it.
Oh hell no. See, that's why I got out of the steelbook game. You know how hard it was for me not to buy those Star Wars 4K steelbooks? And I own like the movies too many times. It was hard for me to say, just don't look at them. Don't look at them. So, yeah. They almost suckered me in. Since you've never heard of it, Spicy, this is why we're here.
Yep. We're here to float some knowledge in your direction if we can. So yeah, I mean, we try to find anything that's coming out, streaming, video, or theater, and AKA came on our radar. And when it came out, we took a look at it. And, oh man, that was good. I was really impressed with it.
I like this dude. I hope I get to see him in something else.
Yeah, I agree with that. So basically the synopsis is a steely special ops agent finds his morality put to the test when he infiltrates a crime syndicate and unexpectedly bonds with the boss's young son. Alban, and I hope I pronounce this right, Alban Lenoir is the star.
Yeah.
It's also called, I think in France, it's called Alias. Yeah.
I like AKA better.
I like AKA better because basically he's like, he's got a whole bunch of identities and he goes undercover and does stuff. But I kind of got some John Wick vibes off of this.
Yeah, very much so.
With the way he did the action, the way he was using his gun. You can go either way, Spicy. You can go dubbed or subtitled. I think it's worth it for subtitles, but
I went dubbed on this one.
Yeah, I went dubbed on this one too, and I had no problem.
It wasn't bad.
No. But yeah, I started as dubbed, and when I'm like, oh, the dubbing sucks, because I always do subtitles with it to see if the dubbing and the subtitles are at least close. But when it's like, nope, or the dubbing is like, you can tell they just read a card and you can't tell whether there's any emotion or anything, then I switch it to subtitles. But you can do either or with the Netflix movies. You can just pause it and switch it between subtitled and dubbed if you want.
I went like I said, I didn't have an issue with the dubbed. Dubbing was fine. Bad.
No, dubbing was fine on this. But I gotta tell you, it's got this story takes a turn that I didn't expect. And it's one of those where you're like, okay, is the bad guy really bad guy? Is the good guy really a good guy? And where is that gray area that you gotta, it was really interesting.
I mean, this held my attention. This really did.
Yeah. What's up, Movie Hunter? Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight, man.
Really appreciate you being on. But yeah, there's a lot to like.
There's one scene I really like. I'm sorry to interrupt you. They're watching through the security camera scene outside the strip club or whatever kind of club it was. I dug that. Where he comes from, he see him bust open the doors and he see him kick all the other dude's ass. And then he kind of comes towards the camera. I don't know. I just really dug that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I like it. They were like, who the heck is this guy?
Yeah. And I do like the bond that he
was seeing. Stuff that he was seeing was really cool. just behind the scenes, how the mother was,
Mm-hmm.
how the children were, the older sister, how protective she was, and how he just kind of was like, okay, I can adapt to all this, figure out what's going on. But yeah, I dug this movie. I really did.
Me too.
It was a lot of fun to watch. I'd watch this again, and
Me too.
if there's a physical release, I'd buy it.
Me too. There's no doubt about
I'd
it.
buy this hands down. I'd buy this on Blu-ray for sure.
Yeah. And again, we picked another foreign movie that we enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I'm liking that. I'm liking that we're probably 95% enjoying the foreign
I
movies
think
we've been watching.
a couple of, like one groaner that I can think of, and then one that was like not bad, but not great.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we've been pretty happy with the foreign ones that we've brought in. And a lot of them are coming out on Netflix. I got to give props to Netflix
Mm-hmm.
for bringing in these foreign films.
And people don't sleep on foreign films. I used to sleep on them all the time.
Me too.
Like, I ain't watching that shit. I don't.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it dubbed. I don't want to read subtitles. I don't want to deal with it.
And Parasite changed that for me, and that's what made me fall.
Oh yeah, that's a very good one to change your mind to. I think it was like The Host for me.
Yeah, I didn't know about The Host until you told me about it.
And I was like, man. Well, Movie Hunter, we have talked about Peter Pan and Wendy on Disney Plus, and we both kind of took a crap on that one. And then we talked about Renfield, Nicholas Hoult and Nicolas Cage, and we both liked that.
Yeah.
So now we're on AKA, and this is, I guess third highest score.
Yeah.
Of the night.
And it's a Netflix movie.
And it's a Netflix movie. And there's almost nothing about it. I mean, so again, I can't find a budget on it because it's a foreign film and it went straight to Netflix. But some of our highlights, you gave 10s to the plot and the wild card. And I gave 10s to the ending, the story, and the wild card.
Yeah.
Because I really dug the story.
Me too.
My pleasure, brother. My pleasure. I really dug the story, and I liked the ending. Because the ending didn't go in a direction I expected.
Yeah. Especially at that when I was a little bummed to see a character get killed. I was like, oh, no. That when that person went to his apartment, and that person goes to that car. I don't want to give who the person is away. I don't want to spoil it. Goes to one of the cars, and then they get shot. And then, yeah, I'm trying to be vague as possible. You know what I'm talking about?
It's not working so well, brother. But no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I
agree. She was basically trying to protect him. And but yeah, there was some, I didn't like how that other guy died. But and then dude took responsibility for it. He was like, man, I told him not to do anything, but it is what it is. But he was like, he had to make an impossible decision.
He did.
He did. And he was like, I can do my job or I can follow my heart.
Yeah.
And he followed his heart. And I applaud him for that.
That was good storytelling.
I thought, like I said, I thought the story was really good. And, a couple of shots from this.
Yeah.
It's just.
That scene right there, when you're like, oh, like when you said is a good guy, the good guy, or is the bad, that was pretty cool.
It was like, when he understood what the heck was going on. But that dude's a badass.
He is.
I was like, man, that, because I was seeing him fight kind of like John Wick, like with the gun work and all that. And then he, again, he was like buffed. So he turned around and just sock you in the mouth. He wasn't doing any judo stuff on you.
Mm-mm.
He just punch you,
Yeah.
knock you out. Like he
And I
did
go,
that for the chief of security in the beginning. He was like, "I'm his chief of security. What do you mean?" Pow.
wow.
I
And then
mean,
when he
you
flicked that kid.
and he
when he
flicked that kid on the nose when he
I
was
like that.
bullying that boy, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Puh, I broke my nose." I mean, really, I mean, there's a little bit of humor to it, a lot of great action, really good story. Love the ending. This is a solid movie.
And the action
So
doesn't overshadow the storytelling.
no, it doesn't.
It doesn't. And I think it's what makes this movie good is that,
Yeah.
you know how I will say action movies, the story is usually weak.
Yeah.
Not this one.
No, it's got a really good story. I mean, this is one where I got to say the story is better than John Wick.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
I wouldn't say the action's better than John Wick, but the story is better. But there is action that's very Wick-like.
Yeah.
Here. So IMDb gives us a 6.7 with 5,200 reviews. Rotten Tomato critics score 75% with 8 reviews.
Wow.
And 78% audience score with 50 plus ratings. So not many people have seen this, you guys.
Check it out.
Check it out. This is worth watching. Rich, you gave this a 76, and I gave it an 80 for a total average score of 78. And this takes our number 3 spot tonight.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Before we get to 1 and 2 picks, on my way to work next week, where can I listen to this at?
Well, that's a good. I'm glad you asked that, brother, because we worked, formerly Anchor. Now they're Spotify for podcasting. What they do is they take the audio portion of this live cast and put it out on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and now we're on Pocket Cast, Castbox, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. So you can find us on all those platforms. I know that right now we've got 11 followers on Spotify. We've got followers all over the place on all these formats. Hopefully we got Jared on Pocket Cast or Evan. I think it was Evan. Evan on Pocket Cast. He's the only one that uses it. Evan, get on Pocket Cast and follow us there. I started it for you, brother. But yeah, it's been really good. And we continually get views and it's really nice. Like it.
Thank you guys that have subscribed to subscribe it. Where you subscribe anywhere.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah. If you can though, subscribe, follow us on Spotify.
Yeah.
That's where I get to see all the numbers, but any platform any of those platforms you can listen to us.
And make sure you go to both our YouTube channels. Give us a subscribe because we're both trying to get to that big 200.
We're going to hit that 200 mark. Hopefully sometime this century.
Our goal is the end of the year. Try to get us to 200 by the end of the year.
Trying to get 200. But I was like, I'm going to try to hit 250 this year. I think that's a lofty goal. I'm just going to try to hit 200. I only need 15 more, brothers. I only need 15. He needs 10. I need 15. Tell your friends.
Yes.
Your friends tell their friends. Give us a subscribe. Let us hit that 200 mark. We would really appreciate that.
We would. And we appreciate you guys anyway.
We appreciate you guys being on, listening to us. And I want to also send a special shout out to anybody listening to us on the replay. Thank you guys for jumping in. If you can't be on it live, at least you're listening to us. At least you're watching the show. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for being on.
Because you're still taking the time.
And you're watching it, throw us a comment. Let us know what you thought. Let me know that you're in there. All I get is how many views we've got. But I'd love to get the likes from you guys. I'd love to get the comments to let us know you were there. It'd be great.
I did get another recommendation from a friend of mine that watches the show, and he says he wants us to check out Robots. So it's a new movie coming out sometime, I think in June. I didn't really look too much into it. But yeah, I think it's June or July. I thought he was talking about the freaking animated movie from back in the day. I said, "Oh no, we don't do old movies."
No, well, not unless we're okay. So, Robot stars Shailene Woodley and
Oh,
Jack Whitehall. Comes out June 29th. It looks like a romantic comedy.
oh, okay. I didn't look too much into it. I knew it came out soon.
So, yeah. Charles is a womanizer while Elaine is a gold digger. The duo learn humanity when they're forced to team up and pursue robot doubles of themselves. Okay.
Maybe when we don't have a movie.
June 29th is when that comes out in the theater, so we'll see.
Maybe when it hits digital and physical.
Yeah, I'm not going to make any promises on seeing it in the theater, but yeah,
no way I'd see that in the theater.
Maybe on digital.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like on Prime or something if we didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Um.
So we got 2 movies left.
We got 2 movies left that have
and
got to
I'm really
be
happy with these 2 movies.
Yeah, got to be some of my favorites this year.
Yeah. What you looking up?
Actually, trying to bring it up on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
Trying to be. There it is. All right. So yeah, coming up with the second highest score. Wow, we got some comedies. All right. So got some comments. All right. So do giveaways to get a higher sub base? Yes, 80% probably there for free stuff, but 20% will stay for the content. Kind of like advertising with coupons.
That's true.
Yeah. I just, I don't have any money.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm a poor motherfucker.
We're poor motherfuckers. We can't give anything away because it's like I barely have enough to buy what I want. The only thing I give away is probably digital codes.
Yeah, and I use mine.
And I use all mine, but I still I have some duplicates because I double dip sometimes. So, I do have some duplicates. Might be a possibility.
Yeah. What's up, Del?
Brother?
How you doing, my friends?
Hey, congratulations on your valiant effort in the tournament on Bob's Blu-rays. He got a score of 50, if I remember correctly. And I think that put you like 4th place. You kind of missed the window, but you did a great job, man. That was a good show. I really wish I was a part of that. I was supposed to be in there, but unfortunately they do it on Tuesdays and that's my date night. So I have a powerful need to sleep with my wife. So that didn't happen. Maybe next time, but we got some saying hi to everybody. We got the master of all movies, Presswood.
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, thank you for joining
you are
us,
new.
man.
I don't remember you before, so thank you for joining.
Thank you.
I suggest to use movie codes. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, I've got some digital codes. I don't know what's expired and what's not, but I do have some.
Most of the time, they don't expire in a long time.
Most of the times they don't expire, but I think the Warner Brothers ones tend to expire. Those are the ones that are having problems. But anyway, haven't watched all the Steelbook battle yet. Yeah, no, check it out. That was pretty good. I was really interested. Yeah, it's 10 rounds, so yeah, it was like well over 3 hours. So it's a
damn, I don't miss those streams.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. Ryan and James were pulling Steelbooks that their cousin in Malaysia only manufactured 6 of. I noticed that. No, it was. I know there was one round where I was like, somebody pulled Ken, the 4K Steelbook of Ken, and I was like, I got that one. I was laughing. Everybody was saying, "Oh, you guys going to the $5 bin at Walmart for these Steelbooks?" And I'm like, "Yep, I've got that Steelbook." So, that would have been fun.
Oh, so glad we got a new viewer.
I want to go up against Tony from Basement Blues.
Oh yeah, no way. Hey, the new guy. I don't see your name. I forgot what your name was. Could you tell us how you found us? I was curious.
The master of all movies, Presswood.
Oh, here we go. I have my channel. I have 4K Steelbook Blu-ray collection. I have you guys check out Mega Collection. I'm gonna have to go check out your page. But could you tell us how you found us, man? I'm just curious.
Yeah, we'll definitely check out your channel, brother.
Yeah. Hold on. Is that your? It's a long title, but let me.
That's got to be his YouTube channel.
Yeah. Put that back up there. That's a long name to remember. Master
of all things Presswood.
Of all things. If I could spell, that might help.
Dude, he's got like 583 subscribers. What is up with this dude?
I don't see him. That's of all. Oh, I see. I put all.
Master of all movies Presswood.
Oh, let's see. I didn't type it right. Doing this live right here.
Man.
Search. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm already subscribed. I'm not,
but I am now.
Yeah, I'm already subscribed to you, my friends.
Your channel. Yes, I now realize. I thought Presswood was the first name, and I apologize. You are definitely female. Now that I've seen the pictures, I can't see the picture that's there. I had to go to your channel, and I'm like, aha.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us tonight.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I misgendered someone. I'm sorry.
Cancel Dave. No, I'm kidding. Don't cancel Dave.
Oh, she says type in Sarah Presswood.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have to do that. I did the whole name, and I did
too.
So
and I was already subscribed.
Yeah, I wasn't, but I am now. Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
You're younger than both of us.
Yeah, you're way younger than us.
Yeah, we're old people.
And thank you for joining us.
Yeah, that was funny. You were the only one I knew in that group. Dell, I didn't know anybody else.
I'm gonna have to go check this out because I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, no. Bob's Blu-rays does a tournament where, and it was a steelbook tournament. So there's 10 rounds. Each person presents a steelbook, and if nobody has the steelbook that you have, you get 7 points. But if one person has that steelbook and shows it, then they get 1 point and you don't get anything.
Oh shit.
And then it goes around 10 rounds. And there was one person, and I can't remember, I think it was James, that actually went all 10 rounds and nobody had his steelbooks.
Oh damn.
And yeah, like Dell said, it was like somebody in Malaysia only made 6 copies of them. And he bought them.
That's funny.
But yeah, it was an interesting tournament. It's not the type I would expect. But all right, so we have gone off on a tangent long enough. Let's jump in to our second highest scored movie of the week, and that is Guy Ritchie's The Covenant.
Yeah. I dug this movie.
Houston, Texas. All right. Actually from New Jersey. After my dad's retirement. I've been collecting 18 years. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you would have cleaned up, Hunter. You've got every steelbook ever made.
And you bought those new Star Wars ones.
Yep. James went 10 for 10, but still only finished second. Yeah, that's true. Because he didn't have any blocks. Really. I think he only had like 7 extra points on top of that.
Wow.
Bookcase, film, movies, and wrestling, and cabinet of horror movies. Yep.
Awesome.
Us too. Us too. You're like talking about my house. All right. So The Covenant
was fantastic.
I've come to expect Guy Ritchie to be good.
Mm.
I mean, I didn't expect Wrath of Man to be good, but I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Operation Fortune, but that's coming up. We're going to be doing that in a couple weeks.
The Gentleman.
The Gentleman. We did The Gentleman.
Yeah, you did that, right?
Yeah. He did The Gentleman. He did that King Arthur one with Charlie Hunnam, which my wife loves that one.
I like that movie.
The way that they did it, I liked it. It's not my favorite King Arthur, but I did like it.
Me too.
But yeah, this did not have any business being this good, but it was so good.
It really
was. I did
was.
not expect much from this.
But it's got Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's got Jake Gyllenhaal, but I mean, I was like, I thought that was it. Jake Gyllenhaal. I didn't recognize any of the rest of the team. I did recognize, some of the commanding officers and some of the other guys.
Faces. Yeah.
I knew their names. Like Johnny Lee Miller was the colonel that he was talking to that told him to get the visas and stuff.
Yeah.
I knew that from Elementary and from Hackers. I knew Alexander Ludwig was in it. He was in Hunger Games in the first one. But yeah, it's gonna watch this day. But yeah, I think this is definitely worth watching, bro. This is definitely worth watching. This would be for sure top 10 this year that I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's already on digital to rent and buy, or to buy. I don't know if it's a $20 rental.
It's $20 rental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be worth it if you have more than one watching, more than one person. Because this is a fantastic film. The person that is, I don't want to spoil this because there's somebody's trying to save somebody in this movie. And those scenes through that movie, I loved. That dude was fantastic. I don't know his name, but I want to see more of him.
Yeah, well, his name is Dar Salim, and he plays the interpreter.
Yeah,
and I would love to see him get a Best Supporting Actor nomination for this.
Me too.
He would absolutely deserve it.
He would.
This is out in the theater. I already stopped playing it unless I travel 50 miles. Right, I have to travel 50 miles just to get to my first theater. So.
Dale, you do.
Got to see this one. Yeah, this is one to see for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. I really appreciate that. Hopefully you've subscribed to both of us. But we subscribe to you as well.
Yeah.
And again, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, we love to see new faces.
We love to see new faces. So this had a $55 million budget. And I'm really disappointed to say has only made 15 million in the box office.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, wait a minute. When did this come out in theaters?
This was
April. It says right here, only in theaters in April. So it had 1 month of theatrical release.
Yeah, release date April 21st. So it hasn't even been out a month.
So April 21st. Yeah, I get the 15 because if this would have been out longer, this would probably be a $30 million movie.
And Movie Hunter's already said that it's out of his theater unless he travels.
Same here.
I was able to get to see this, but so it again, like Renfield, it only lasted like 3 or 4 weeks, and then they dropped it like a dirty shirt. I mean, this is.
But now, do you think that you said April 21st?
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you. Do you think it got dropped so quick because of the tentpole movies coming, like Guardians?
Yeah.
What else do you have big that's coming? And that sucks,
Transformers.
Yeah.
That might be a little bit further, but I think it's like 21st or something like that.
We got
and then you got Little Mermaid on the 26th. You've got.
We got Fast X next week.
You got Fast X, Fast X.
But
this coming, Friday, right?
Yeah.
But so I think because of all that, this really needed to stay out there
Yeah.
longer. I mean, this is a fantastic movie.
And it tells a great story.
Yeah. They probably came out during big releases and got pushed out. Yeah. I mean, it's like if it came out April 21st, that was like right after the whole John Wick,
Super Mario,
and all that crap, Jesus Revolution. And then it got pushed out because now it's got Fast X and Guardians of the Galaxy and all these other movies coming out.
And see, that's what sucks too, because Guardians and all these movies are going to take up more screens. And I know they want, that's how the theaters make their money.
That's how they make the money.
Is the concessions. But man, it's disappointing because this is a fantastic film.
Yeah. This is definitely worth seeing on the big screen for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a little over 2 hours.
It's a quick 2 hours.
Sarah called it right off the bat, 2 hours and 3 minutes. That's right. But I'll tell you this, Guardians of the Galaxy is at least a half an hour longer than that.
Yeah, it is. But it's a technical movie.
And really, at 2 hours and 3 minutes, it plays really fast.
It does.
I was never bored during this movie. The pace of the film is amazing. And I loved some of the cinematography here.
Oh yeah. What did I give cinematography? I think I gave it a good score.
Some of the, I mean, some of the stuff that they shot was just amazing. And you gave it a 10 for cinematography. I gave it an 8. There were a couple things that I didn't care for, but for the most part, the stuff that Guy Ritchie did was amazing. So yeah, some of the highlights you gave 10s. Train. You gave 10s for the acting, the story, the cinematography, and the wild card. I gave 10s for the ending, the story, and the wild card. We both have 9s for the script. You gave a 9 to the ending. I gave a 9 to the acting. Again, I think Dar Salim absolutely stole this.
Yeah.
Acting wise, he was amazing.
Okay, now this
action movie, 2 hours, 5 minutes, April 21st. Yep. Mid-budget movies like this are getting squeezed out of theaters. Yeah, exactly right, Del. It's a shame. This movie absolutely deserved more playtime. I think
Jake Gyllenhaal's performance in this is great at the beginning. It's a typical good performance by Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah. But I think he ramps it up towards the end when he realized what the hell happened to the interpreter. And I love the scenes where he's on the phone flipping the shit out.
I love the fact, Train's here. But I mean, there was a path that Jake Gyllenhaal took here that I really loved. And it wasn't like he was trying to honor a friend. And I don't want to spoil it. It was like he was haunted by what happened. And he needed to go fix it. So he could sleep. He was just, it was, and it was one of the quotes that he said. He says, "It's like there's a hook in me."
Yeah.
And it's a hook you can't see. And you can see the look on his face is not like it's desperation. It's, I need to go take care of this now.
He's such a good actor.
Yeah. Now I will say this is not a true story. These characters are fictitious, but there is truth to it. The interpreters during this conflict, because after we left Afghanistan, and they say this, 24 hours later, the Taliban took it completely over, and then they just started executing the interpreters. So this is actual truth. And there are thousands of interpreters that are in hiding right now that can't get out. So even though this particular story is fiction, there is a basis in fact.
Yeah. And that's sad.
That's the one thing I will say about it. It's not like 12 Strong or 13 Hours of Benghazi or something like that, where those are actually based on true stories. And I think that gave this one a little play by Guy Ritchie to make it a little bit more intense and, you know, a little flash to it. And I kind of like that.
Me too.
But yeah, this movie is fantastic.
It is.
And
it really is.
When it comes out to physical, I'm buying it.
Me too.
I'm absolutely buying it day one. So IMDb gives this a 7.8 with 9,500 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 83% with 92 reviews. Audience score 98% with 1,000+ reviews.
That makes me happy.
Yeah, that makes me happy too. That means the audience, the ones that have had a chance to see it, are liking this movie. So, Rich, you and I both gave this movie the same score.
Oh, did we really?
Yeah. We both gave it an 86.
Awesome.
And it absolutely deserves it.
Yeah. This is a fantastic film.
Yeah. It's an amazing film, and I'm just going to show those pictures again. It was really hard for me to get pictures of the movie.
Yeah.
And no. I can't explain why, but on IMDb, there's only one picture. And
what
it's
do you
awful.
think of Jake Gyllenhaal's performance? Have you watched Okja yet?
I have not watched Okja yet.
Okay. Well, then I was going to say, how do you compare his performance in that? Because it's totally different than this. And then his acting in Ambulance, because it's totally different than this too.
Well, you know? Yeah, I didn't think this was anywhere. I think this was better than what he did in Ambulance.
Oh yeah, hands down.
I put his performance in Covenant close to what he did in Nightcrawler.
Yes, that's
especially that second half. The first half, he just seemed like a normal soldier dude doing stuff, but then that end, after he, you know, because he's rescued, everybody knows he's rescued. He goes back after him.
Yeah.
That reminds me of his character in Nightcrawler.
His performance in Okja, because it's so not this. Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, well, I definitely need to check out Okja because that's coming up on our top 10 list. Yeah, I've still got 3 to watch, and then
I got 3 or 4 to watch still.
Yeah, but yeah, this is definitely one of my top movies of this year so far.
Me too. I 100% agree with that. Yeah. Guys, go see this one. Yeah, he was
amazing, and I think he got a nomination, right?
I think
did he get an Oscar nomination? At least a Golden Globe nomination, but I think he got an Oscar nomination and lost.
Oh, I just noticed what shirt you're wearing. It was like, was that Star-Lord?
Yeah, of course it's Star-Lord.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
I think Jake has I said Jake like I know him. He has,
you know, Jake, our buddy.
He's got such a wide range of acting ability. Because some people just stay in that one lane. They don't weave it out of it. And that's okay, I guess, if your movies make money. But I think he takes risks.
Yeah. But yeah, I like what Guy Ritchie does. I've generally not been disappointed.
Yeah.
In his work. And I can't wait for Operation Fortune. I really can't.
I know. That's what, 2 weeks?
That's in a couple weeks. We're going to check that out. I'm excited to see that.
Me too.
All right. So let's get into our final movie of the night and our highest score of the night. Just premiered on the 5th, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And Donnie Darko. Yeah, he was good. Yeah. Again, same type of character, a little demented, little, you know, So
Yeah. Now I'm just gonna get this right off the bat. I have not enjoyed Marvel movies, and as you know this, since Endgame, really. The TV shows have been blah. But this movie, sucked me back in. It grabbed me, and I was like, okay, this is the Marvel. It made me fall in love again. It made me rekindle my love for MCU. Today, I just watched with Miles, Infinity War. But yeah, this movie's fun. James Gunn, again, I'm excited.
Nailed it.
He did. He nailed it.
Nailed it. Knocked it out of the park.
It gives me so much confidence going into DC, his tenure at DC. Man, fun film.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what he does.
Mm-hmm. What were some of your highlights of this movie without spoiling? I want to see if you're going to say something that I'm going to say. I'm curious.
Let's see. Well, I got to say, so I'm trying to do it without spoiling it. Okay. There were things I liked about Adam Warlock.
Yeah, not me.
And things I didn't, because I'm familiar with the comic book character. There are things I liked about Gamora and things I didn't. But I will say, again, the soundtrack is a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Totally knocks it out of the park with the music. And it's not just 80s music. They actually bring in some recent stuff. I really dug that. I liked what they did with Cosmo.
Yeah, I did too.
I liked what they did with Cosmo. I liked Nebula. I liked Groot. I liked the stuff they did with Groot, even at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to throw a nod out to Nathan Fillion, who has now been in 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Congratulations to Nathan for being in number 1 and now number 3. It's really funny. So, what we got here? Seen this 2 times, which it ended differently, but it was a good movie. Yeah, I expected the ending because of the way everybody was talking. Best actor and Golden winner was Brendan Fraser. Yes, this was for 2022, and I mean Dar Salim for next year.
Yeah,
getting a supporting actor nomination. But yeah, The Whale was amazing.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And we called that too. We were like, dude.
Yeah. You liked it more the second time.
Twice already. Liked it more the second time. I've only seen it once, but I saw it in 3D, and I kind of liked the 3D effects. It was pretty cool. Drax kills it. His jokes seem to land best for me.
I thought he was better in this than he was in 2.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I recommend go see this because I had fun with it.
It's only been out for a little while, but yeah, not a big deal. And yeah,
High Evolutionary.
I like the High Evolutionary. It was pretty good. I think outfit wide is a little too close to Kang, but
I don't think they. But I didn't mind.
They didn't do it on purpose. It just if somebody doesn't know who that guy is, they'll be like, "Is that Kang?"
Yeah.
I could see someone making that mistake.
I think he did a fantastic job. I think
he did a great job.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, exactly. The purple, just the way that the suit was and stuff. It reminded me of Kang.
But he seemed more scarier than Kang to me.
Yeah. Definitely a little on that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. For me, there's one thing I keep going back to, and I keep thinking about it. Was the dynamic between Nebula and Star-Lord. I really liked that.
Yeah,
I dug that chemistry they had.
Yeah.
And I liked Gamora in this.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
like
said
that she was a bitch.
there were things I liked and there were things I didn't.
Yeah. I
But
dug it.
but no, I dug it.
And I like they threw the little when they're at nowhere, you got those Easter eggs as some of the people from the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what else did I like? Of course, you said that you already covered the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I like Stallone in this. That's
Yeah.
not a spoiler. It's already been announced he was in it.
Yeah, well, he was in 2. He's Stakar, which if anybody knows anybody about the comic book, Stakar is in Guardians of the Galaxy in the 31st century. So in the future, Stakar becomes part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, along with Charlie 27, who was Ving Rhames' character in number 2, and whoever Michelle Yeoh played, she becomes a part of it, along with Gamora and Drax and things like that. But I know that they were hinting that characters are going to die in this one. There were a lot of like, oh, who's going to die? Blah, blah, blah. There was a lot of rumors about Rocket dying. There was a lot of rumors about Drax dying.
Star-Lord
dying. I have my own thing. I wanted Star-Lord to die, but for a completely different reason, not because I didn't like the character. But I would say don't just take all that with a grain of salt and watch the movie for what it has. Don't let anybody spoil it for you.
This feels very pre-Endgame to me. This doesn't feel like.
Well, yeah, it's not Phase 4 or Phase. I mean, it definitely throws
it's
back.
Phase 5, right?
Huh?
Is this?
I don't know. Are we in Phase 5 now? I don't know if we're still in Phase 4.
I thought Black Panther closed out Phase 4, so I think this is the beginning of Phase 5.
Maybe if Wakanda closes out Phase 4, then yeah, we're in Phase 5.
I think this is Phase 5.
I know the next Avengers movie happens in Phase 5.
Yeah, that's 2 years away.
Yeah, we're like, but so yeah, I don't know for sure. Yeah, Spicy thinks it's 5.
Yeah,
I trust you, Spicy.
Me too.
He's an Ant-Man. So Quantumania started.
I forgot about that movie sucked, and I forgot about it already.
Okay, I didn't think it sucked, but it wasn't as good as it should have been. And it definitely wasn't good in 3D. So you guys don't even.
I fell asleep in it twice. So.
Yeah, I didn't fall asleep, but I did watch it twice because I had to watch it with my daughter and then again with my wife.
I watched it by myself and then with my daughter.
Yeah. So okay. So we know that this movie had a budget of $250 million.
Yeah.
Okay. So opening weekend worldwide, it made $329.8 million. So I think it's on path. I don't know if it's because I predicted this was going to be $1 billion. I don't know if it's going to make $1 billion.
No, it's not going to make $1 billion.
It's going to break $500 million, but I don't think it. I don't
I
think it'll break
$1
billion.
6. It might get to 6.
It might get 6, maybe 7. But I don't think it's going to go much higher than that. Yeah.
So you're going to have
we're coming in. Well, we're just after the opening weekend, so as long as nothing, I don't know if there's anything major coming out except for Fast X.
That's next
I think
week.
Fast X is going to kill it a little bit.
Yeah, I think that will.
Except for those, but then there were some people that were so tired of MCU, and I really think if you're tired of MCU, and you're not going to see this because you hate what MCU has done, I still recommend going to see this because it definitely
doesn't feel like.
It doesn't feel like Phase 4. It doesn't feel like what they've done recently.
This
James Gunn really kind of takes it back and puts a good shot on it. So I think it's worth it for you guys who have jumped off the MCU train, and those of us that are still on it. Thank goodness, because the ride has been rough.
It has.
It has been rough, and I am wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
I'd show you the back because I've got all the characters all over the shirt. So it's a pretty awesome shirt. I gotta admit.
I just noticed for a second. I was like, yeah.
Even Dell says it was bad.
Yeah. I mean, so, I like I said, I love that this felt pre-Endgame. Yeah, guys, go see this. It made me fall in love again. Not say fall in love, rekindled my crush for the MCU. Dave's over there showing us his tits.
I'm trying to show off the shirt. I'm trying to show it off without showing my belly because that would be a horrible thing.
I know. I like it.
Yeah, Little Mermaid will dent the numbers. I completely agree. I think
Fast X. Good things about Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I am. There's I don't know. It's too much singing in it for me. But my wife's gonna make me go see it. So
when you messaged me that, I had to laugh. I said,
"Yeah." I was like, oh, "Man." So yeah, I'll probably watch it, and I'll
do that
probably
freaky stuff for you after you see it.
So we'll probably do maybe add that to one of our June episodes.
Actually, we need movies for June.
We need movies for June because it comes out on the 26th. Comes out on my birthday.
Yeah. Oh, what a perfect birthday gift!
What a perfect birthday gift! Let's go see Little Mermaid! Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Book Club 2. No.
Yeah.
Somebody shit and fell back in it. Okay, let's go back to the wide shot because faces for radio.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I mean, dude, there's some great there's some great stuff in here. Action scenes are really good. The CGI is top notch. Like I said, the soundtrack is really good. Some of our highlights of our scores. Okay, 10 for the cast for both of us, 10 for the cinematography for both of us, 10 for the music for both of us, and 10 for the wild card for both of us. So we match along those lines. We're both at a 9 for direction. We're both at an 8 for script. I did give the plot a 9, and you went 8 for the trailer. And then I went 8 for the story, and you went 7 for the story. So we're really close in score. IMDb gives this an 8.3 with 76,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critic score 82% with 318 reviews, 95% audience score with 5,000 plus reviews. Rich, you gave this an 88, and I gave it a 90 for a total average score of 89.
I haven't scored a Marvel movie like that in forever.
I know. I mean, shoot, the last Marvel movies we've done have been in the 70s, maybe.
Yeah.
Like low 70s.
Yeah. This was fun. This was just
I think the last one I gave an 80 something to was Shang-Chi, but besides No Way Home. I did like
I don't count that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, guys, go see this. Out of these 5 movies, see The Covenant and Guardians.
And AKA. I still say
AKA.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, AKA.
Go see AKA. I mean, Renfield's even worth watching.
Yeah.
But wait till it comes out. You can do like a free digital or something like that, or rent it for low price on Prime for like $3.99 or something like that. Or wait till it comes out on physical. But Covenant, if you can get it, if you can watch it on the big screen, I recommend it.
Yeah.
But it's already out on digital to rent. Definitely check that one out. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes. That's, I'm seeing shades of the old MCU with this one. It definitely deserves a watch. But that's it. That was good.
Yeah, this is a fun show, man. Thank you, guys. Why does
Rich, Bill wants to know why No Way Home doesn't count.
Because it's Sony. It's still a Sony production. It's not a proper Marvel Disney production.
Anyone think those crab Michelin men suits were a little ridiculous?
I thought they were funny. And Nathan Fillion makes that scene work.
Nathan Fillion does make it work. Just checked. Covenant is totally gone from all locations. maybe I'll go see John Wick 4 tomorrow. See, John Wick is still playing.
Yeah.
And Covenant isn't. That's sad.
Yeah. I mean, John Wick is not a bad film. We're not
John
saying
Wick's great. I'm still, John Wick is probably my favorite film of the year.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I think it's my favorite film of the year. I mean, not my biggest surprise.
Right. I have to really think about what my favorite film of the year is so far. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot what we were saying. What we're talking about.
I don't know. Did you answered Dell, right? Why No Way Home doesn't count?
Oh, yeah, that's what I don't count it because it's MCU, and anything that really happens in those Spider-Man movies ain't referenced. Really. That's just my opinion. Yeah, they take place in the MCU, but do they really? I mean, outside of seeing Doctor Strange and Tony, I mean, that's just my take. Even though they are on Disney Plus now.
Yeah. Yeah, the Spider-Man movies are on Disney Plus.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just my silly take.
It's just the way the ball bounces. So, all right. So that's our show for this week. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Rich, what have we got coming up for next week?
Next week, we got, let me pull my list up. We got a Netflix movie starring Jennifer Lopez called Mother. We got Mafia Mama. We got a Supercell, which I'm pretty sure I was in this movie this weekend.
I think you were a part of it.
Yeah. And we have the Amazon Prime Video movie Air, which was in theaters already, and it's going to hit Prime this Friday. Yep. Same with Mother. Mother comes out this Friday.
Yeah.
And then one that's, I don't know if it's in theaters anymore, but Sisu. So we got a good collection.
Sisu is another one that I think did a short-lived stint in the theaters, and I'm really sad about that, but I can't wait to talk about it
in the afternoons.
Yeah. Dell, good night, brother. Thank you so much for joining us.
Always, thank you.
I think we're out of here too. Again, thank you guys for watching. Definitely tune in next week on Wednesday, same time. We're going to do 6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern for By the Numbers, episode 19, where we're going to look at those movies. I'm looking forward to that. What else we got?
Thursday, following day at 9:30 Central over on my YouTube channel, we are going to have Comic Talk episode 11. And we'll be looking at Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, which this timed out pretty well with this book and then Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I got lost in this message.
I wanted to wait till you finish, but I had to bring it up because
I got lost.
If I wanted to listen to this back again while I'm on the road, is there any podcast I can listen to? He totally pulled a you, and he's loving it. Thanks, Movie Hunter.
Totally lost me. We're going to be looking at Spider-Man or Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, which is the first time Miles is introduced in comic books. I love that series. And we're going to have a special guest with us. We're going to have Really Old Movies, a.k.a. Harrison. He'll be joining us that night, 9:30 Central. And I don't know what other times it is in the other time zones.
That'll be 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time. I'm more than happy to translate the time zones.
I'm excited because I love our comic talk because we talk movies all the time.
Yep, that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we do have our top 10 list coming up. Originally was going to be the 25th, but that may change. I have to get back to you on that because it looks like my kids want to take me to dinner on the 25th. Do that. Because that way it's not on a Friday because my birthday is on the 26th. But so might be, I don't know, maybe we do something Friday, maybe we do something earlier in the week.
Yeah. I know the 22nd, me and Adam have our.
Oh, yeah, you're doing your we're not supposed to watch this today thing or whatever that was.
We're not supposed to watch it today. Episode 2, Mallrats. That'll be May 22nd at 9:30, I think.
Yep. May 22nd, Monday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
9:30 Central. Again, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time.
Yeah.
You guys hopefully check that out.
We'll
all
be
right.
sharing it all over the place.
I think that's it for us. Let's get out of here. Exit stage left.
Thank you
guys for joining by the numbers. We'll see you next week. You guys take care. God bless. Watch some movies. Leave some comments. Like and subscribe. All that jazz. We're out of here.
See you guys. God bless.